Good morning, Sylvia Huizenga here. I'm a realtor, a wellness mentor, and I love sharing my opinion. And today I wanted to talk about anniversaries. The reason I want to talk about those is because 2 years ago today, I was celebrating my 25th year in real estate. Wow, that blows me away. So that means that today it's 27 years. But the reason I know about it is it came up on my Facebook memories, and I have to say that having been in the business for 25 years, well 27 now, it's just surprising for me how fast the time flew by, and at the same time how slowly it went by, if that makes sense. And I think it does. If any of you have kids, you probably know exactly what I mean. It's that one moment where you look at your kids and they're just so teeny tiny, and you just, you're appreciating their littleness, and you're wondering if you're ever going to get a good night's sleep, and they're going through teething, or they're going through problems at school, or they're going through all sorts of things, and then all of a sudden you turn around and they're adults, and it's like, wow, where the heck did that time go? And I found the same thing with the real estate thing. I remember being what we term in the industry a baby agent. Anybody under 5 years in the business is a baby agent. There's a lot of baby agents right now. And what determines their babyishness is really totally on how long they've been in the business or how short they've been in the business. There's a level of experience that comes only over time. You can be as book smart as possible. You can know all the rules and regulations. You can know every single bit of information that's out there for you as a realtor, but you learn so much on the fly. You learn so much on your feet. You learn so much running around with people. And that's what I think makes you a successful realtor. Success can be measured in many ways. It can be measured in how many transactions you do. It can be measured in how much money you have in the bank. It can be measured by how many people are on your mailing list, or how many people follow you on Facebook, or how many pins you have, or what kind of fancy car you drive. Whatever your metric is, totally up to you. My metric is not a fancy car. I love my Volkswagen Jetta. He's doing just fine. I'm not getting rid of him. I have a mailing list that is pretty substantial, but more important than that, in my opinion, is I know all of the people on my list. I can tell you the names of their kids and their dogs. I know what schools they go to, and I know how old the kids are now. And the funny thing is, when I first met their kids, they were here, and now they're all bigger than me, and now they're the ones buying, which is awesome because they're calling us up. So I'm very happy about that. We're very happy about that. But the reason I wanted to talk about that was that time passes in a way that we don't realize all the things that we've learned, all the things that we know, all the experiences we've had, and what we can share with other people. This bit of information. Now, I was actually talking to a realtor the other day, and she is a baby agent, very, very baby, very, 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 very green, and I'm mentoring her right now. And I was just talking about how there are agents who wear the full suit, and the hair is perfect, and the nails are done, and the jewelry is perfect, and they have the fancy car, and that's okay. If that's your thing, by all means, then that's how you should behave. I don't think a level of professionalism is based on whether you have an Armani suit or whether you have just a really cute outfit that you picked up at whatever store. I think the professionalism is based on who you are as a person, your word, your skill level, and if you are accountable to your people. And for this particular agent, she does look fantastic, all dressed up, but it's not really her thing. She's not really that over the top kind of person. And I said to her, the hardest thing is to be somebody you're not. If you're trying to be someone you're not, your people will see right through that. The same holds true in everything we do in life. You need to be you, because if you're not you, first of all, after a while, it's really hard to pretend to be somebody else. And second of all, if people like you when you're not being you, then they don't even know you. And if they don't know you, then they really don't like the real you. So if you are an F-bomber like I am, or if you like to wear sweats on the weekend, well, actually, I don't like wearing sweats. If you like wearing jeans and Birkenstocks because you're comfortable in that, then that's what you do. You will find your people, and your people will find you. And the same thing happens in my fitness groups. The same thing happens in my life. The same thing happens at the grocery store. People in a 3-piece suit are not going to talk to me because I don't have that same vibe that they do. But everybody else in that store will talk to me. Everybody else, everywhere I go, will stop and talk to me because I am approachable and I am who I am. And I think that that's my message today, is just be you. Just be the best version of you you can be. Be a great friend, be a great parent, be a great husband, be a great wife, be a great teacher, be a great whatever, but be you. That doesn't mean you can't improve upon yourself by learning new things and experiencing new things. But remember that you are a unique person, and in your uniqueness, that's what makes you special. That's what will attract people to you. That's what will build true friendships around you and build a true solid business. Solid business to me is not a business that's this big and you don't know anybody's names because your assistants are looking after it. To me, a solid business is a business where you know everybody. They know you. You know what their kids are doing. They know what your kids are doing. You know where they live. You know what they prefer. You know if something comes up that you know they would love, even if they're not looking, that you know you can call them up and say, hey, I know you're not looking, but I found something that's perfect for you. In my opinion, that's what a professional realtor does. That's what a professional wellness coach does. That's what a professional anybody does, is you need to know yourself and know your people. Because time will pass, and over time, things will change, but it's the connections that you've made over that time. The connections you made when your kids were small, now your kids are big, but you still have those same connections along the way. And the same thing with every aspect of your life. It's the connections you make and the connections you make as a real person, not as what you think you should be. The connections you make as a real person, that's long lasting. That's what life is about. That's one of those things that will keep you feeling like part of a community. That's what makes you part of the community. That's what makes you belong in this great big world, because it's a great big world, but we have little communities, and you belong in one community or maybe a few communities, and it's because of who you are as a person. For me, the first few years in real estate, I was trying to be someone I was not, because I thought that's who I was supposed to be. For my first couple of years as a wellness mentor, I thought, well, actually for the first year, I thought I had to be a specific kind of person. I thought I had to be 22, and I had to have beautiful big blonde hair, and I had to have the makeup and the whole 9 yards. I never did that, but I always felt as if I wasn't quite up to snuff. Now I think I'm okay. I am who I am, and you are who you are, and if we are honest with each other, that's the name of the game. That's the best way to have a great relationship in business, a great relationship in life, and great friendships. Because you know what? Those relationships, whether they're business or friends or educators, those are the relationships that will build your life and will build you joy. Because life is short. Find your joy. I'm going to have my menopause mom crack now, and I'm going to do my workout. Peace out.